Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now in this video, I am going to show you my new position that I went into, and we're going to cover a few different things here, okay, in this video. So before we get into it, if you could please hit the like button, subscribe down below if you want to, and turn the notifications on so you don't miss a future video. Make sure to go follow me over on Twitter at JBKDeFi, link in the description. And also down in the description, I have a link to my free Discord server and the premium Discord server and the email newsletter and all that good stuff. And with that said, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Always do your own research and be very careful about what you're investing in crypto and DeFi because it is the riskiest stuff in the world. So let's jump into it. So the whole market is kind of taking a hit today. Not starting on DeFi Llama, but in this video, but you can see the whole market's kind of taking a hit. Volume is at $113 billion for the day. But yeah, the whole market is down. You can see Bitcoin took a little bit of a hit today, whatever, after that insane run it had yesterday. So yeah, I think Bitcoin hit over 72k again yesterday, which was pretty nice. But in this video, I did enter a new position, a yield farming position, which I will cover in the video and kind of explain my reasoning because it is a risky position. Now, I do a mixture of both risky positions, but it's a very, very tiny portion of my overall portfolio versus everything else, all the other pools that I have, right? So before we get any further into the video, make sure you go and subscribe, take a look at the links in the description because I have links to two different tools. Now, both of these will help you on your yield farming journey. One of them is Aperture Finance, where you can manage all of your liquidity positions, which we've covered many, many times. You know, you can see all of your different positions on all of the different EVM chains. And, you know, I have quite a few different positions here and some of them aren't showing. But yeah, this is one tool to use. They are doing an airdrop right now. So if you just use the application, you know, you use their swap feature, you claim fees, you zap into new positions, etc., you will get points. Okay, these total points will go up, and then these points will be converted into APTR tokens when they do launch. So it's basically free money just by using the app. And if you're yield farming, you're going to use this anyway. You do need a referral link, so I'll leave it in the description. And the second one is Crystal. Now, Crystal are also doing an airdrop. Okay, you can farm points as well by doing a similar thing with just using the application. So again, I will leave a link down below. You can check in every day and get crystals. You can do a weekly quiz, follow them on Twitter. You can swap 1 USD as a swap will count as 10 crystals. You can compound, you can zap out, zap in, adjust range, all that good stuff with the Crystal app, which is similar to Aperture with the managing positions. I do prefer Aperture personally, but Crystal are doing an airdrop, so it makes sense to farm both of them at the same time. I'll leave a link for both of these in the description as well, okay? So let me show you this position that I added to. So we went over to Crystal, and if you go over to Explorer and pick the chain, this one was on Base. Now, Base is still going absolutely crazy. We see a lot of people coming over to the Base chain, a lot new liquidity. And there's a few reasons for that. One of the main reasons is because the chain is like very good. I love using the Base chain because it's extremely quick. Have never had any failed transactions. It's extremely cheap as well. You know, you're paying like 4 cents, 5 cents a transaction. If the network's really busy, you may pay like a bit more, like 25 cents or something. But the chain is extremely cheap to use. It's quick and it's efficient. And I just like using Base. So there's a lot of liquidity coming over to Base, and the reason for that is because, again, they've done a lot of upgrades to the chain. There's a lot of meme coins that people are trading over on Base at the moment, and also Friendtech, which is one of the was the first SocialFi platform. They are also airdropping Friendtech points within the next month, which means there's going to be a lot of money, about $1 billion, I think, worth of money being airdropped into people's wallets. Which means, the market cap will be about $1 billion for Friendtech, we assume anyway. And that means that a lot of money is going to go onto the Base chain. That should be a nice airdrop for me as well. I did make a few videos about it back in the day when it was popping off. So, Friendtech airdropping within the next month or so. So there's going to be a lot of money because there's going to be a massive airdrop. Plus, a lot of people moving to the chain means that there's a lot of, the APRs on a lot of these tokens are very high right now. Like even just Ethereum and USDC is getting 270% per year, and that's on Ethereum, right? You can get 37% on stablecoins right now over on this chain as well, which is pretty cool. And even more if you go into something like XtraFi, which is a leveraged yield farming protocol, and you can lend your stable coins on the base chain for about 40 to 50% a year right now, depending on the demand. So I wanted to find, and so how I structure my yield farming portfolio, or my yield farming business, I guess you could call it, my yield farming cash flow, is the majority of my positions are blue chip long-term positions, blue chip long-term tokens that I believe in, and I've added liquidity to them for cash flow. And then I have a tiny portion, maybe a couple $1,000s, to risky positions. And these risky positions are hot tokens that are doing well. And the good thing about Crystal is you can come over to the Explorer page and find the highest APR tokens on that network. So we are on Crystal on the Explorer page on Base, and you can see this is the top pool right now, ETH2RDAT, which is a token on the Base chain. That's getting 11,000% APR right now. So I was looking, and I was trying to find some blue chip pools, and I was like, okay, this has a TVL of almost 500K and 24-hour volume of over $15 million. So I was like, okay, let's have a look at this. And then I had a look, and then I put my range in. I think my range was like 9.7. I think I had to look at like 970 to about 76,000, or maybe it was actually a bit less than that. And I was like, okay, well, let's do $350. Actually, I believe it was something like 200% on the upside, because I did some research. I think it was about there. And this says I'm going to make $69 a day on $350. So I was like, okay, this does have $50 million of volume, 400K of TVL. So then I went and looked at the token on Dex Screener, and you can see it is down 20% today, but this is what the token's looking like. You know, the bottom is around 8 cents a token to about $1 a token. So it has been moving quite a lot. There's a lot of volume. You know, there's a lot of people trading this consistently. So it's like, okay, let's throw $350 a day. I checked out the website. This is the website for RDAT, or RData, DataDAO, sorry. Your Reddit post, your power. And this isn't sponsored or anything. I just kind of found this. I mean, there's I think, is this Kanye? That looks like an old picture of Kanye. I don't know. Anyway, I had a look at the token, and I was like, okay, this looks all right. I mean, it's been going up pretty, decently over the past few days, and then it's had a little correction since the past like 2 days or so. So I was like, okay, well, let's have a look at this. So I supplied some liquidity to it, and I didn't put too much in. I put $350 in, and it's made 31 cents in what, like maybe 20 minutes or so. Now again, yes, this has gone down $25. My 350 is now worth 324, and that is the risk of these meme coin positions. The token can move so quickly, and they're not safe in any means necessary. These meme coins / projects you don't really know about are very risky. That's why I only allocate a tiny amount of money to these. Money that I can afford to lose. I can afford to lose this $350 that I put in. I put in 1.1 ETH, right? And it's made me 34 cents, again, in about 15-20 minutes or so. So I entered this pool, and this isn't going to make $69 a day. So we'll see. And again, that is based on the last 24 hours data, and it does refresh every so often. So we'll see if this does actually come to fruition, and we'll see how much money I do make. This does change pretty often, but this isn't going to make $2,000 a month, right? Which obviously I don't think it will. And these positions, these meme coin positions, are not long term. These are for the short term, while the token has a lot of volume, and there could be a place for it in a portfolio with a very, very small amount. These risky positions are not something you should look at for the long term. These risky positions are something to look at short term, get in and out within the space of like a month or so, and make your cash flow and get out. So I have a pretty large range. You can see here that my range between what I'm supplying liquidity for is minus 83% and plus 180%. So this probably won't go out of range. I'm hoping it won't go out of range anyway for a little while. If it does, that's fine as well. Again, this was a test. This is a kind of riskier play that I'm not too concerned about. I can afford to lose this $350. So you have to treat these, if you're going into these risky pools, if you're going onto Crystal and going onto the Explorer and finding these extremely high APR pools, just know there is a lot of risk when it comes to these, and they are not safe. And this is not financial advice, but there is a lot of risk that comes along with these. So make sure that you're only putting money into these positions, these riskier positions with money you're able to lose. The majority of your portfolio should be with assets that you believe long term and that you want to earn some daily cash flow from in the meantime. Okay, so that's the benefit of these kind of riskier positions, is they're higher APR, yet you have a risk of losing money. So that's why I don't put too much in them to test with, right? So yeah, that is one of the positions, or a position that I entered today with only $300, and we'll see how well it does over the next week when I do my weekly earnings video next week. Or sorry, it won't be a weekly earnings video next week because I am actually going on vacation on Friday for a week. I'll be out of the country, going traveling for a week, so I won't get a chance to do my weekly video on next Monday. However, the week after that, I will do a video for the last 2 weeks. And that's the good thing about yield farming as well, by the way, just to end this video off, is that, you don't have to, if you've picked long-term assets that you believe in, again, this isn't included in that, right? I won't be too concerned if I lose $300 or it goes to like $50 because I can afford to lose that. It's an experiment. But the good thing about yield farming compared to, let's say, I don't know, ROI dApps back in the day, and stay with me here, is that you're not going to wake up tomorrow worrying if Uniswap is still up, right? Because we're providing liquidity on Uniswap, right? We're providing liquidity on Uniswap, which is the main DEX that people use in DeFi. So you're providing liquidity on these DEXs that have been around for many years, 4 years now, since DeFi started in 2020. And you're not going to wake up tomorrow wondering if Uniswap's still around, worrying if your positions are still there, because unless they get hacked, which is a possibility, but you can ensure your yield farming positions through different protocols, then you don't need to wake up wondering if your position is still going to be there. So yeah, this is, and look, I can come and claim this 35 cents right now. Okay, I can come and claim this and it'll be in my wallet. I'm not going to do that because it's a waste of 17 cents gas fee. Right, but I could do that. So that's the good thing about it. So I'm going away for a week on vacation on Friday. I will probably periodically check my positions whilst I'm away, but I'm not going to be worried to check to see if it's still there or not, right? It's just the amount of fees that are going to be made over that. There's no guaranteed returns. Those estimated returns over on Crystal and other calculators not guaranteed. It's based on volume over the past 24 hours, and it gives you an estimate. So it may be the case that your fees are less than what you expected them to be or whatever. But again, it's not guaranteed. And by the way, when I say the difference between ROI dApps, I'm not saying ROI dApps don't have a position in your portfolio. If you have a higher risk tolerance and you know how to play the game with ROI dApps, then there is a point for them, and I still enter them. There are still some that I'm involved in, and I'm still actively jumping in and out of them and making profit and getting out as soon as possible. So that's it for the video. Just thought I'd show you this new position that I did jump into and how you can find these high APR risky positions if you want to allocate a tiny amount of your portfolio to it. Again, would I recommend it? Probably not, unless you have a huge amount, or unless you have the majority of your funds allocated to higher risk positions and you can afford to lose the money that you risk in these risky positions, then maybe it could be worth looking at short term. But guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new and turn on notifications on so you don't miss a future video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.